Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to my newest Iron IV challenge. We're going to be playing as Austria, refusing the Anschluss and defeating Germany. But before we dive into the challenge, I'll explain how the challenges are chosen. You suggest them in the comments, you vote on them, and this is how I count the votes, more or less. That's the state for the day when I'm starting to record this video. I take the highest vote on each challenge, then I take half of the votes it received across all videos. You can see that in the formula. Sometimes the same suggestion appears on multiple videos. Then I sort them by that adjusted value, and then I verify if that would be a good choice right now. For example, the current winner would be Latvia conquering the USSR, but it would be very similar in strategy to the Lithuanian challenge I did, so I'm going to delay it a bit for more variety. Manchukuo forming Qing will be more fun if we wait for the upcoming China DLC. It doesn't mean they are rejected, they are delayed for now. And the entry with the highest score without any reservations of this sort is Austria refusing the Anschluss. So this is what we're going to do today. But don't worry, even though Latvia and Manchukuo were put on hold temporarily, I fully intend to get back to them. Okay, let's get into that challenge. Austria refuses the Anschluss and defeats Germany. We're going to be playing on regular difficulty, Ironman mode and historical focuses. Let's get into it. I do have a plan, and it mostly involves Germany being defeated, not necessarily Germany being defeated by us. But you're gonna see that in a moment. We start with 12 factories, a reasonable amount of manpower and a generic focus tree. So, let's start with that. We're going to start with the political effort and then do nationalism focus so we can switch to fascist. Because we already have half fascist support, we'll just need a little bit more to get a referendum. So hiring a fascist demagogue would be kind of a waste. We start with 9 units, not very well equipped, and a pretty good general. As for factories, let's build more military ones. And as for production, let's just get basic infantry weapons. Let's also buy steel from France. As for research, we're going to focus on infantry and do the generic choices here. Good doctrines for infantry are superior firepower and mass assault. I will go with superior firepower, I think. I'm going to switch all my units to regular infantry, train them up, and also prioritize reinforcements. Our first target is going to be Hungary, so let's get onto their borders. And that's pretty much it for the beginning moves. Let's unpause and get going. We don't have to worry about support equipment, I will modify the template to not have it, but we do have to worry about infantry equipment. Our first focus is done, we're going to continue along the collectivist and nationalism path. We're going to save our political power for now. I want to hire the guys that will strengthen our troops. Okay, here comes the referendum. We didn't even finish the nationalism focus. And why is that? Well, we had 1% democratic support. And after doing collectivist ethics, that decreased democratic support, thus increasing the others. And we currently have 50 and a bit fascist, which is enough for a referendum. And that is perfect for our purposes. Yes, we will hold the referendum and immediately start justifying a war goal on Hungary. It's gonna take a while. With militarism done, we have a lot of manpower and we can modify our unit templates. I'm going to change our infantry. I'm going to remove the engineer company because we don't have the production for support equipment, and I'll add 1 infantry unit so we have the combat width of 20. We are almost ready to attack Hungary. Let's spend some of that political power we've been accumulating. I'm going to hire an infantry expert and an army offense expert. And I'll leave that for now because we need to start justifying another war goal as soon as we declare war. And the justification is complete. Let's, should I declare war immediately or should I wait for some more guns to be delivered to our guys? Nah, let's attack. Here you go, Hungary. Declare war. And immediately start justifying a war goal against Yugoslavia. Alright, let's see how we can do. Now, it's going to be difficult at first, but I think we can overcome them relatively quickly. Alright, we're making gains, although they might break through here. If they do, I'll try to cut them off. Now, we have enough political power to hire another advisor. I could do war economy, or I could do army regrouping expert. I would like both of those things, but at this moment, I think an army regrouping expert will help us a little bit more. Alright, with some manual management, we're breaking through here, and from there, we'll just go towards Budapest, and that should fix all our problems. Come on. Are you ready to capitulate yet? Doesn't seem like it. We need to take some more stuff. Well, now it won't be difficult. And here it is. Now we're going to make Hungary a puppet. is going to help us more than annexing their territory, and conquering them is not part of the challenge. Now, our next target is Yugoslavia, and the war goal will take some time to complete. They are unfortunately guaranteed by Czechoslovakia. However, Czechoslovakia is doing the Trust in the West focus, which will cancel those guarantees, so we're good to go. With enough political power, let's go to war economy. That's going to be tremendously helpful. And we can now select another focus. Our war goal on Yugoslavia will be ready in 5 days. Unfortunately, our troops are not, so I'm just going to deploy some of them ahead of time. They're going to be green, but that's fine. Also, I will need to request the ones that Hungary made. It's good having puppets. War goal on Yugoslavia is ready. Time to attack. Let's declare war. No, I almost made a mistake. First, I want to join the Axis. Now, this is not going to save me from Germany, because as part of the Anschluss event, if we refuse, we will automatically leave the faction. But I have a plan for that. And once they accept, we attack. Alright, we have joined the Axis. Now let's attack Yugoslavia and not call Germany in. Let's call in Hungary. Once Hungary accepts, now we go towards Belgrade. And Yugoslavia starts with very low national unity, so if we just rush the victory points, we should be okay. And with a little bit of manual control, we should have their capital in no time. And here it is. Now, due to their very, very low national unity, this is going to make them capitulate. 3 puppets out of Yugoslavia. Now, we could also get Yugoslavia as a puppet afterwards, but that is a bit risky, because I believe the British have some events that would make them declare war on Yugoslavia. So having Yugoslavia as a puppet is risky. I would need to read those events to know exactly if it's a good idea or not, but instead I'm just going to take these lands myself. Okay. Now, we're going to require very precise timing to survive against Germany. And as you can see, I'm planning to attack Italy. Germany will demand Anschluss, and that will throw us out of the Axis. And that means they can immediately attack us. Well, that is true unless we are in a war together. And my plan is to attack China and call them in. Now, this will depend on Japan. Why China? Because Japan now declares war on China. It's December. In December, and Germany will be getting the Anschluss soon. As you can see, they've started it already. But what happens now? Well, China will form the United Front, Chinese United Front, and they will become a major power. Thus, declaring war on them, or rather justifying war on them, will not take a long time. It will be significantly hastened. Let's wait for them to annex Yunnan. Although it doesn't really make a difference yet, because, see, this will only apply. The great powers are refreshed every month, so we have to wait until the 1st of January. We have to time everything perfectly, or Germany will kill us. Anyway, the plan is to get Germany into the war against China, have them in the same war as us, and they will be unable to attack us. Here it is, January 1st. Now, China will be a major power already, and see, it only takes 55 days. I'm going to start justifying a war goal against them. Theoretically, we could have called in Germany to a different war. All that really matters is that we are in a war together when the Anschluss finishes, the Anschluss focus finishes. However, I did want to conquer Yugoslavia for myself entirely, and I suppose we could have started another war, but this just seems like the best choice. In addition to that, it will force Germany to send some troops here, thus weakening them. Alright, here comes the Anschluss. Fortunately, we have 30 days before this expires, and a lot can happen in 30 days. For example, we can finish justifying our war goal against China, attack China, call Germany in to help us. Let's try and do that. It's still not certain that Germany will actually come and help. And the war goal against China is ready. Now I am going to attack them and call Germany into that war. Hopefully they will accept. Theoretically, I could have started justifying on them earlier, when I was fighting Yugoslavia, for example, but that could force the Allies to guarantee them, and that would be trouble. So, now we need to call Germany in. Germany has joined, and that means they are in the same faction as we are. So even though now, when I click this, we will leave the Axis, They cannot attack us because we are in a war together. Moreover, they will accept me back into the faction because we are in a war together. Well, perhaps not immediately. Yeah, see, they are inviting us back into the faction because we are in the same war. So at this point we have effectively prevented the Anschluss. Now, all that remains is to defeat Germany. I see two basic ways to do this. We can stay in the Axis and expand, get stronger, conquer Romania, Bulgaria, Greece and Turkey, for example, when Germany starts fighting the Allies. We can grow in strength and then defeat Germany. That is option 1. Option 2 is less spectacular, but I think more clever, and that's why I like it. Option 2 is to weaken Germany, so the Allies will defeat them. And I think I'm going with that one. How do we do that? Well, we attack Italy. We attack Italy and make Germany fight the Italians. Thus, not only making Germany weaker, but also depriving them of their ally. So let's do that. I have also started training some colonial units. We'll need more later on. Our justification against Italy is ready. This is going to be difficult, and we might even lose some territory temporarily, but I think it will be alright, and the Germans will win this for us. Also, Italy didn't have a chance to join the Axis yet. Here we go. We attack Italy, and we call in everyone, although Japan will probably not join. Interesting. Germany did not join this war. I'm pretty sure they will eventually, although they do like Italy. And here it is, Germany wants to join. Here we go. Now, Germany is unlikely to devote a lot of forces unless they directly border the enemy. So, what we will need to do is get at least a little bit of territory from Italy and then transfer it to Germany. We have managed to take out the Italians down here, and now more troops can join the main front line. We're struggling to maintain control of our territory, and also we're suffering great losses in terms of manpower, but it will all be worth it. Okay, we're not doing too well. I have decided to promote my guy to a field marshal so he can handle more troops, although it's a bit of a waste when he's only level 7. And I'm going to provide him with more troops. All the guys we have in training are going to get deployed immediately, and they're all going to get assigned to the attack against Italy. Now, I have deliberately abandoned this area. Hopefully the Italians can get into the German lands a little bit, which should provoke the Germans to defend the area better. We're running out of manpower, but it's not really a problem. France and Britain announce alliance, and Germany has claimed Memel. Now, Germany cannot attack Poland. Germany cannot even demand Sudetenland. Do you know why? Because we have forced them to fight Italy, and their field manpower is not sufficient for those. This is how we are weakening them. Okay, with a strong manual attack we were able to isolate a small pocket of Italian forces. It is not a significant amount of troops, but it is going to be helpful nonetheless. Oh, also our guy got the combat width modifier. That means we'll be changing our troops, but not yet. I realize we're out of manpower, but I don't want to adjust my manpower laws yet. I'd rather keep the manpower for later. For now, we're doing relatively well, and I will do military youth soon, which will give us an extra 2%. Now, this is a very important moment, because it can let me encircle a lot of Italian troops if I do it right. Okay, Venice is ours, and we have almost cut their troops off. Now we just need to keep this area separated. I should probably give at least part of this territory to Germany, but this is going so well I don't want to change anything. The Italian troops are about to be overrun. Let's buy some more steel from France. Why from France? Well, because I want them to be stronger so they can beat Germany. And the Italian troops are dead. Let's hold these guys, make sure they rejoin the main front line, and advance south. Zog submits to Italy. I was waiting for that. I requested 2 units and sent them to take care of that area. They should be able to do so. Seems like the Germans are uninterested in having land in Italy. I could probably give them some more and they would be interested. But it is going well right now. I don't really think we need to worry about that. I also started producing destroyers and convoys, which we will need for some naval invasions that will probably be necessary against Palermo. Seems like I exploited them too much and they weren't even able to do Sudetenland. And now they're going to attack the USSR and they're gonna get killed. Which is something we want, actually, so I guess that's okay. Alright, perhaps we can do it. Probably not, but perhaps. No, Messina is well defended as usual. Seems like it's time to start planning a naval invasion. Would you look at that? Will I get lucky enough to get through? Probably not, but one can hope, always. Yes! Ah, okay, Italy's ours. Right, so we have way more war participation than Germany does. So what we need to do is puppet Italy. This is going to benefit us the most. And that's going to give them as much land as we can. That is fine. I also want the core state. This is the end state of the war. I probably should have taken Istria for myself as well, but I decided I'm going to take Lombardy and Venice, just so we can deploy some ships here and maybe get some more factories. Otherwise, I gave everything to Italy. They're going to be a very strong puppet. And that ends this war. Now it's time to beat up the Germans. Also, I'm going to release Albania and Ethiopia as subjects. Now, we can't attack Germany yet, because we're still in the same war against China. Oh right, I've modified everything a little bit. I have switched all my guys to colonial templates, well, apart from the requested ones, of course, and I have modified all the colonial templates and made new ones for the new puppets. Each of them is 44 with pure infantry. Now, if we can get enough production to start doing artillery, then I will start adding artillery, but right now we're struggling to provide them with basic guns. That will have to be enough for now. Also, they will be making their own troops, which I will be requesting later on, so it's all good. Now we just wait for Japan to finish conquering China, and then we can take care of Germany. I'm going to hire a democratic reformer now, because joining the Allies might be beneficial to us. As for focuses, we have pretty much done all the good ones. I could do a repeating one, or I could invest in some doctrines. Let's do the doctrines and better infantry equipment. Seems like Japan is having a really hard time defeating China. Although they should be able to, even if it takes them more time to do so. Now, I might be wrong. And if that happens, that might ruin my plans, actually. Oh, Germany is finally doing demand Sudetenland. Well, that might move things along a little bit. Interesting, Bulgaria has just joined the Axis. That means that if and when we attack Germany, well, when we attack Germany, we'll have to attack Bulgaria as well. I will have to dedicate some troops to doing that. Sudetenland has been taken. What are you doing now, Germany? Yes, fate of Czechoslovakia. Soviet Union attacked Finland, as usual. But Finland joined Axis. Oh crap. Okay, that's not a big deal, because Finland has been called in to our war against China, which means we're now allied with Finland, and we are in a war together. However, that doesn't mean we'll have to fight the Soviet Union, because the Soviet Union cannot ally China, because each of them is in their own alliance. Germany indeed has joined the war against the Soviet Union, and they're also going to attack Poland. This means they are going to be at war with everyone. They're going to be at war with Poland, France, Netherlands and Belgium, the Soviet Union and China, and then us. Poland has refused Germany, which means Germany is about to be at war with everyone, and we have damaged them sufficiently. Oh, interesting, Poland joined Comintern and not the Allies. That's weird. That's fine though, because Germany is doing around Maginot, which means they're going to attack Belgium and the Netherlands, and the Netherlands are allied with the Allies, which means Germany will be fighting everyone. Not much seems to be happening in China. I might want to send my troops in there and actually help. Germany seems to be at an impasse. They are kinda balanced on both fronts, but they will quickly get exhausted and defeated. Some of our troops have arrived, I have set them to balanced, and, well, they seem to be having an impact, but it is not a big impact. I'm getting worried I might be unable to take any German land for myself. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure Germany will get defeated, so essentially the challenge will be fulfilled, although I'd rather get some myself. If I can take this victory point, the People's Republic of China should capitulate. And, well... Okay, who got this? Germany? Really? And they have capitulated. This is going to make things a little bit easier. In the meantime, Germany is getting conquered by the Allies, which is very unfortunate. They might capitulate soon, and I will be unable to get anything from them. The challenge would be fulfilled, but I want to fight them at least a little bit. Oh, crap. Germany has capitulated. Oh, well, theoretically the challenge is a success, because I was supposed to refuse the Anschluss and defeat Germany. And I suppose in a way we have defeated Germany by weakening them significantly. Unfortunately, we were not participating in the war directly. So I'm not sure if I can actually say that I was successful in defeating Germany. Which is a little bit unfortunate. Okay, let's finish that war against China. And that is the end of the war. German Republic has been formed. Okay, I'm going to justify a war goal against Germany. Seems that's my only reasonable option. And hope they don't join the Allies. And they joined the Allies. What the hell? Okay, not all is lost. Germany was defeated by the Allies, attacked by the Soviet Union, I think, and then they joined the Axis again, even though they're a republic now. Well then, that gives me options. It's not a failure after all, we can still beat up Germany. Alright then, let's finish off China and get ready to do that. I mean, I couldn't make this up, this is just so weird. I could call them in against China, but why would I? We're about to defeat them, and I might even get some land. Not that I need it, but manpower would be helpful, and China has tons of it. Germany has rejoined the war against China. This is hilarious. I could attack the Allies now and just have Germany on my side again. But I'm going to attack Germany instead. Alright, this means Chinese capitulation, I think. Here it is. China has capitulated. And there it is. I have taken quite a lot of land. That is going to give me manpower. Non-core manpower, but still manpower. That ends it. How much manpower did I get? That is several million. I decided to leave a small contingent in China to defend this victory point, because it might be problematic if it's taken. Anyway, it's time to leave the Axis. Who is the leader of the Axis? It's probably Japan by now. Romania is the leader of the faction. Well, that's weird. Huh, okay, let's leave the faction. And now we're going to get ready to attack Germany. Let's get a war goal on them. 40 days, that is good enough. Would you look at that? We got 78 units from our subjects. And the war goal is ready. Time to beat up Germany. Let's go. And I'm going to call all my allies in. Or all my subjects, if you prefer. This should be rather quick and easy. Right, so we're at war with whom? Bulgaria, Romania, Finland, Germany, and Japan. Japan is going to be the problem here. Seriously, I thought they would join the Allies and I was ready to beat up the Allies. Well, it would be a bit more difficult, but we would also be able to do it. And now, well, let's just say them joining the Axis was the worst thing they could do. Anyway, we're about to take Germany. And then Bulgaria and Romania. So, in retrospect, we have defeated Germany very sneakily, only by weakening them and making them susceptible to attacks from all possible sides. Bulgaria has capitulated, wonderful. You, take Berlin, it's undefended. Gimme. Oh, the Allies are inviting me to their faction. Well, not now. Perhaps after I'm done with Germany. There's certainly not much left, and... Oh, Romania has capitulated. Does that mean it's the end of the war? Because they were the faction leader. No? I still have Germany, and then Japan possibly to defeat, but Germany is the only one we actually care about. So here you have it, Austria defeating Germany, although I really didn't think it would go that way. Okay, I'm going to end it here. It was kind of a crazy ride, wasn't it? Mostly because it was just so weird what happened. Anyway, if Japan had defeated China as I expected them to, or rather, if they had done it earlier and without my help, then we would have attacked Germany when they were still fascist, and they were fighting on all the fronts. Then there would be a peace deal, and I would take, like, probably this much. This is actually more beneficial to us, although we still have to deal with Japan now. Now, I'm not going to fight Japan, because that's not part of the challenge, but I'm going to quickly tell you how I would do that. Well, first of all, I would click this, and accept joining the Allies. And that would let me use their territory to attack Japan. So we would be attacking Japan from here, because here we don't have supply, which is the problem. Now we will have supply from the British Raj. once we call everyone into the war. Also, I would send the army that was fighting in Europe, because, the Axis is not present in Europe anymore. I would take this army, well, apart from Finland, perhaps I'd kill Finland, and I would send it over to this front line, this large front line here. I would also have to re-request my subject troops again, because with me joining the faction, that way they were sent home. And with that, we will just invade Japan with the Allies, which would really not be difficult because Japan is also fighting the Soviet Union. And once we take the area here, so China, Korea, Manchuria and so on, then we would of course launch naval invasions, possibly supplemented by nukes, and take the home islands. And that would be the end of the war. But we don't need to do that because our challenge was just to defeat Germany. And we've done that. We and our numerous puppets. Thank you for watching, I hope you did enjoy this challenge, and make sure to leave a comment telling me what you liked or disliked about my strategy, how you would have done it, and most importantly, what you would like me to do next, what challenge you would like me to do next. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.